Hi, I'm Trish Lee and you are watching Thrive with Trish, the place to be to build your confidence and make your dreams happen. Are you feeling lost and empty inside and you are dying to try and find yourself again? If yes, then keep on watching because I'm going to be sharing with you my own personal experiences of how I have felt like I've lost myself 3 times in my life and what are the steps that I've taken to find myself again. There are many reasons that can cause this feeling like you're lost in life. And to name a few would be maybe you went through a very bad breakup. Maybe you lost someone you love in your life. And maybe you're working in a job which is meaningless to you. And perhaps you just recently had a drastic change in your life, like moving countries. Whatever the reasons are, let me just tell you right now, you will find yourself again. All that you're going through right now is a phase. It's a transition phase from the known into the unknown. And whenever we're going through change, I can understand it will cause a lot of feeling of fear inside. We are forced to leave behind the person we used to be. We are heading towards a future that is unknown. And perhaps you feel that the person that you want to be is simply not possible or not achievable. And that leaves you feeling like you're nothing inside. My dear friends, before I share with you the steps that has helped me find myself again, I would like to share with you the experiences in my life of what I went through that led me to feeling like I was totally lost in life. The first time I ever felt lost was probably about 6 years ago. And what happened was I was in a relationship and I was quite in a very serious relationship, and this guy actually told me that he was going to marry me. And I trusted him. I believed his words, his actions, and in the end, he actually only played with my emotions. So after that breakup, it really left me feeling like an empty shell. Like, what do I do from here? So that was the first time. And the second time was when I moved from Singapore to Germany. And if you've been following my journey here on YouTube and you saw my video on how to choose the right path in life, you will know about the story of how I met my then partner in Singapore and how we got married and how I had to make very tough life choices and I had to move to Germany. It wasn't an easy path, of course, but in the end, I had to make a choice. Moving countries and all was by itself already a very difficult feat. But after moving, when I came to Germany, the thing was that my husband's place where he was staying was in a very rural area with lots of elderly people who didn't really speak much or any English. So I had a moment a couple of months after I moved to Germany. I actually had a period where I had depression. And the reason for that was because not only did I leave behind a stable career, a job that I invested so much of my time in to build up in Singapore, and I just left it behind. I moved to Germany and suddenly I have no career, no position, and I felt like, shit, who am I? And not only that, I felt very alone. I left behind my friends, my family, and it was very difficult to socialize because I was stuck in a place where basically most people just like to stay at home and, have coffee with their families. And even if I try to strike up a conversation, it wasn't easy because I didn't really speak German at that point of time. I speak German now, but I don't really speak German then. And, like I said, they were elderly people and they didn't speak English. The third time I felt lost in my life was actually after giving birth to my baby girl, Abigail. Here in Germany, I don't have any family support, and the family members from my husband's side, they are all scattered away from us, in different states in Germany. So in essence, both of us had to take care of our baby by ourselves. We are both first-time parents and we had to learn how we could help each other and support each other through transitioning from just being a married couple into now entering into parenthood. The thing is that I thought I was ready for it. I thought that I was ready for this change. But in reality, it wasn't so. I was completely wrong. I wasn't ready for motherhood. I would say that the first few months after giving birth, I struggled a lot with trying to accept that right now there is a little one who depends on me 24/7. There is possible sacrifices that has to be made within my relationship. And not only that, in terms of my husband's or my career, either one of us has to make a sacrifice. Both of us can't be working full-time. Somebody has to be there looking after our baby. So there again, I felt like, am I just supposed to, stay at home and look after a baby? I'm not saying that it's bad to just be a stay-at-home mom and to look after children and have no career whatsoever. That's really fine if that is what some women would like to do. However, for me, I guess I've always been a workaholic. I feel like I need to do something, I need to do something with my hands. I need to build and create and plan things. And I guess life just literally changed from being a professional career person to a full-time mom. I just want to quickly shout out to all the moms who are staying at home full-time, taking care of your babies. I salute you so much because I truly understand how challenging it can be, especially when you have no family support and you're doing it all by yourself. You have my total utmost respect. So that are the 3 moments in my life that I felt completely lost. I had no direction in life. I felt really empty inside and I questioned everything. I questioned, how did I end up in this moment? What did I do? What mistakes did I make that led me to this moment? I was in a really, really dark place. Now that you know my story, let's move on to the steps that has helped me find myself again through all this chaos. Step number 1, take time to ask yourself the right questions. Chances are you're feeling the way that you do because you feel like you're running out of time, or you feel like you're disappointed things are not unfolding as quickly as you had hoped for. But here's a gentle reminder for you. Just because you aren't going as fast as you would like to, it doesn't mean that your plans or your dreams are not happening. And just because it's not unfolding smoothly like how you had wished for, it doesn't mean that your dreams are not achievable. Yes, you can question yourself whenever things are not going smoothly, but instead of blaming yourself and doubting yourself, and thinking, why did this happen to me? What have I done wrong in life to bring me to this point? Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from these challenges? How can I use the lessons learned to do better moving forward? There's this beautiful quote by Ed Parker, and it really got me thinking a lot, and I would like to share this with you. If you don't ask the right questions, I can't give you the answers. And if you don't know the right question to ask, you're not ready for the answers. Step number 2, lack of social support. Now, I don't mean like social media support. I mean really going out to socialize with people face to face. According to a research done by the US National Institute of Health, social support is truly an important factor in affecting our mental health. I had once a client who shared with me he just went through a bad breakup and he was going through some dark times in his life and he felt lost. Now, as he was describing his day-to-day routine and I was listening, I asked him a question in the end. I asked him, do you go out and socialize with your friends? And his answer to me was, no, I don't have money for that. The thing is, I'm not doubting him that he has no money, but the question to me is that, do you really need a lot of money to go and socialize? I'm not saying that you must throw a big party, only then is considered socializing. No, It can be as simple as maybe joining a Facebook group, with a group that is relevant to your passions and your hobbies. You can get to know people using social media, and then through those mediums, sign up or join group gatherings. Maybe it could be a group talking about marathons, or maybe it could be a group talking about music, or maybe a group talking about vegan food or about coffee, whatever it is, anything that you like. Basically, find people who have the same passion as you, find your clique, and you could either invite them over to your place and just have a drink, have a cup of tea, and share and talk about anything that you guys like. Or maybe you could go out to a coffee shop and just order a simple coffee. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be like spending hours and hours, talking and talking. No, it's really about quality over quantity. So even if it's just an hour of, intense sharing ideas and talking about things that you love, believe me, it's gonna make you feel so much more alive, so much more happy. So remember that I was sharing with you that I used to stay in a very rural area when I first moved to Germany. I learned the hard way, after feeling depressed in the first year, that I really had to put myself out there through these, mediums to find people to connect with. So what I did was I had a profile in a place called Internations. That's where expats actually connect and get to know each other. I also had a friend who helped me to sign up for a Malaysian group that was based in Hamburg. So through all these little connections, I actually was then introduced to a wider group of Asian friends, which I never knew existed in Germany. And we got to connect and talk about our favorite food, talk about our favorite activities back in Malaysia, and so on and so forth. And it was really fun. I felt like I was alive again. I didn't feel so alone. So please, whatever the reason or excuse that you're telling yourself that you can't go out to socialize, please take a moment to think really deep if that is really a valid reason to stop yourself from socializing, or maybe there is a bigger reason to that, of something that you're fearing, something that is scaring you from actually going out there and just connecting with people. Step number 3, drop the desire to be somebody. Yes, you are somebody. You are a daughter or a son to your parents. You are a mother or a father to your children. You are a friend to your friends or your colleagues. You are a brother or a sister to your siblings. You are a child of God. I understand that many of us are brought up in life and we are told that we need to be somebody and we need to earn a lot in order to live a satisfying life. We need to be able to influence others and to make a positive difference in this world. Now, all that is fine and dandy, but are they really your goals or someone else's? It's nice to set big goals, but set the goals which brings you meaning and happiness, not false goals that will only burden you down by the expectations of someone else. When you try too hard to be somebody that you're not, it creates unnecessary pressure and stress onto yourself. Whatever that you do in this world, if you do it with the intention to serve others, to help others selflessly, then it will come very naturally to you. You will be happy and at peace with yourself because you are living a life that you want to live, a life filled with meaning and not a life filled with trying to feed your inner ego. I want to emphasize here that having an ego is not a bad thing, because all of us has ego, even I do. But it is critical to not let ego dictate how you and I should live our lives. As Mahatma Gandhi once said beautifully, when the ego dies, the soul awakes. I really hope these tips has helped you to gain some clarity and reassured you that you will find yourself again. All that this is just a phase. Cry if you must, scream if you must, run if you must, go for a holiday if you like. Do whatever you need to do to let go of that pressure and that pain that you feel inside you. And once you're done, please dig deep and find that inner courage to keep moving forward in life. Now, let's end today with a quote of the day. Feeling lost doesn't mean you are lost indefinitely. It is just God's way of trying to make you stop and reassess if you are going down your true path. Now, I'd like to hear from you. In what moments have you felt like you're lost in life? And what are the tips or steps that has helped you overcome this phase? Do let me know either in the comments below or over my website trishandco.com. My dears, did you like this episode? If yes, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with any of your friends or family that may be going through a tough time in life. If you are facing any specific challenges or problems in your life and you would like me to make a video about it to help you, please do let me know in the comments below. Live strong and have the courage to create a life you love because your happiness matters. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Thrive with Trish.